So, Dr. Kim, what would be your first tip for how to develop healthy parenting perspective?
Yeah, and I think it's so for us, it was to be adult friends with our kids. And it really came out of a young man I was counseling years and years ago when our kids were little. And he was graduating from high school, and we are talking about where he's going to college. And it didn't really matter as long as it could be the farthest away that he could get from where his family lived. And I said, "You really want to move that far away? You might not get to come home for holidays." And he said, "I don't think I'm coming home for holidays." And I thought, okay, obviously there were a lot of issues there that we had to work through, but it helped me see that I don't want that. I don't want that to even be something that my kids think about. We want to be friends. And so I think Nancy and I together, we would treat them as they were, I think, growing up, giving them responsibility, letting them fulfill that responsibility, being able to give them more responsibility, all those kind of things, the way we respected them and treated them. And as they gained privileges, our goal was the time they got to be 18, that they were pretty autonomous. They
Mm.
didn't, the last half of their senior year, they didn't have curfews. We really wanted them to experience while they were in the safety net of home, some things they would experience outside of the home. And so
Hmm.
I think all that was a process of our kids seeing that we gave them opportunities to show maturity and growth. And when they did, they were rewarded for it. And that we just gradually, we kind of, Dave Ramsey uses the example of giving the kids a little more rope. And then when they graduate, he gives them the whole rope. And I loved that analogy. It's kind of
Hmm.
like, okay, we've done our part. We want to be friends with you the rest of your lives. But, this is your deal now. And,
Hmm.
you know, we're here for you, but this is your deal. And so I think that evolved. And that's the same thing with our grandkids. We've got one that's married now and we're close to them, she and her husband, and then my grandson that graduated from high school. And so just seeing them as adults and beginning to have adult relationships with them is really cool too.